everybody. What are you doing in the outdoor classroom? Hi, everyone, and welcome to day number 2 of Reading Comprehension Skills and Miss Mel and Ms. Evanny's virtual classroom. April 28th, 2020. We got a great lesson for you guys today. We are going to talk about inferencing.
Miss Mel, what's an inference?
Great question, Miss Evanny. Making inferences is kind of like making educated guesses while we're reading. We take text clues, what we read about in the text, we combine it with our background knowledge, a fancy word called, oh, there goes Rosie again, sorry. Rosie, it's okay, you can just raise your hand if you have any questions. So we take our text clues along with our background knowledge, a fancy word called SCHEMA, and put it together to infer, to make an educated guess maybe about what a character is feeling, why they're doing what they're doing. It's like we're detectives. We have to read between the lines.
Oh.
So that's what our PowerPoint is about today, and we're going to practice it using a pretty cool format, Pixar shorts. I hope you guys like those. As always, we may not be in McKinley Room 202. We may not be in my house. We may not be in my brother's house. We are outside of my house, though, so the same virtual expectations apply. If you need a snack, you just pause me and go get that snack. Gotta go to the bathroom, go to the bathroom. If you want to do this later, if you want to take a little nap, go ahead, go do it. If you want to go for a bike ride, the choice is yours. You could do this at your leisure. I just ask that, as always, you do this lesson and watch this video by the following Tuesday. I don't know what that date is, but I do know today is the 28th. I will see you guys in the PowerPoint. Perfect. Okay, hello again, everyone. Welcome to Miss Mel and Ms. Evanny's virtual classroom in the PowerPoint form for Reading Comprehension day number 2. We are so happy, still love my Apple Pen, happy to see you. Let's make some inferences. Let's make some inferences. Let's look at it this way. Here's a sentence. Pretend we're reading in a story. A large gray cloud began to fill the sky, and the wind started to blow harder and harder. Here's my question for you guys. Which of these sentences would probably follow that sentence? Andy and his family decided it would be a perfect day for a picnic, or within 30 minutes, thunder was booming and rain was pouring down. Which one do you think would come next? Well, I know gray clouds usually mean rain. My mom makes me come inside the house if the clouds become gray and the wind picks up. Says this is all right, we'll call him Fred. I know that people don't want to go on a picnic if the clouds are gray. So he's using what the sentence said along with what he knows about gray clouds to make an inference. You just made one too. Within 30 minutes, thunder was booming and rain was pouring down. That is the inference. You took the text along with your background knowledge, what you know. So here are the large gray clouds. What do you know about that? Well, rain is probably coming. So they weren't going to go on a picnic. They knew that thunder was on the way. And so you guys just made an inference with our new guy. I guess his name is Fred. Remember this chart? This is all of our big comprehension. This is what goes into our comprehension knowledge. This is what we do. This is what good readers do. We infer, right there. We're inferring. Good readers look for clues to draw conclusions, make predictions, and much more. They read between the lines. When authors of books, I like this poster. This is a grade A poster. Making inferences. When authors of books don't tell everything about characters and events, readers have to use story clues. What does the text say? And background knowledge, that fancy word again called schema. Their background knowledge, what they know about those clues to make an inference, a logical conclusion, an educated guess. You can use sentence starters like, I can infer this could mean, perhaps, maybe, because it's your text, it's like a formula. We got a formula, it's like science. We got our text clues plus our background knowledge equals that inference. Readers develop inferences by noticing, I made this one, I like this poster, noticing clues about the character in the text. So if you're thinking about your characters, you're noticing clues about them. What does the text say? You combine those clues with what we already know about people like that. Background knowledge, also called that fancy word schema, to state an idea. The text says, I like these sentence starters. It says, so I know, so I think. Text clues plus what you already know about those clues to make an educated guess, just like an amateur sleuth. Here's a good example from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. When I was reading Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, I felt like Grandpa Joe was really familiar to me. He reminded me a lot of my own grandfather who perks up and can't stop talking when he's around his grandchildren. In the story, Grandpa Joe tells all these stories about Willy Wonka, about Prince Pondicherry. He gives Charlie a lot of attention. They seem really, really close. I know many grandfathers are like that. They care so deeply for their grandchildren. And I love to tell stories from the old, and they love to tell stories from the old days. It makes me think that Charlie's got the kind of grandfather who loves him very deeply. I think he really enjoys his time with Charlie, and maybe even that Charlie makes him feel kind of young again. You see, it helped me to think about people I know from my real life to better understand the characters in the books that I read. Let's think about it another way. We don't make inferences just from what we read, but in our real life too. Think about your bedroom. What's on the walls? What color is it? Is it messy right now? Maybe. Are there books in your room? Do you have to share it with someone else? What does it say about you? Maybe that's one of you with a question right now. Let's take this for example. Here's Joni. Those entering Joni's bedroom are greeted by light blue walls. Hanging above her bed is a large frame photo of a female athlete racing through the water. Next to her door is a bulletin board with medals and ribbons. Sitting on her desk, there are 2 trophies, and between them is a handmade, I can't see what it says on my screen, a handmade, sorry guys, that reads Go Sharks. Maybe a handmade poster that reads Go Sharks. On her bed sits a gym bag filled with a suit, goggles, and a cap. What inferences can you make about Joni? Let's look at our text clues. She has blue walls. There's a female athlete racing through the water. There's a poster of that. There are medals and ribbons. There are trophies. I can't tell what that word said because it's covered by my tools, but maybe it says there's a book that reads Go Sharks. She has a swimsuit or a suit, goggles, and a cap. Some would recognize these text clues as related to being a swimmer on a swim team. So, here are my clues. Here's my schema. This is the background knowledge I bring to it. Sharks live in water. Also, water is blue. I bet her room is colored blue on purpose. 2, from all this, I can infer that she likes to swim. Here's the other schemas. People win medals, ribbons, and trophies when they compete. Joni must have won them competing in something. People wear swimsuits to swim, maybe also wear goggles and swimming caps. So we're inferring, based on all those clues and what we know about the posters in her room, about the equipment that's in her room, that she's probably a swimmer and loves the water. Here we go. I infer that Joni likes to swim and even is on a swim team. I even think the team name might be the Sharks. You're using what you found in her room along with what you know about those objects to make an inference about the person. Authors assume that readers will make inferences. They expect you to read between the lines. Remember, be a detective. Let's look at an example. Jada grabs her racket and runs out the door. Let's read between the lines. She's supposed to meet Tim at the court in 5 minutes. What is Jada going to do? I can infer that Jada is going to play tennis with Tim because I know that tennis is played with a racket and a court. It's played on a court. So the author didn't explicitly say what she was going to do with Tim. However, we know she has a racket with her. She's going to the court. That's my text clues. These are my text clues. Long as well, I know that tennis is played with a racket and tennis is played on a court, so I can infer that's where she's going. Here are I like this poster because it's good steps. This is the steps to making our inferences. And this will be posted in the activity section. Inferences, step by step. 1, read the text, find the evidence. What is the author saying? That's your leading question. What is the author saying? 2, activate your schema, your background knowledge. What do I know that helps me connect my knowledge with the text? 3rd, you make your inference. What logical conclusion can I reach based on the text and my schema? And you can use phrases like I infer that, this could mean, I think, I predict, maybe. The big why Inferences help you understand the text more fully, helps you become comprehension detectives. Let's practice making some inferences with Pixar shorts. Movies, popcorn, go grab some popcorn. I will meet you guys back in the outdoor virtual classroom. Woo! Welcome back, everyone. As you can see, we're not in the outdoor classroom anymore because there was too much glare going on. But before I send you guys out into your activity, I want to show you what I'm talking about using our Pixar shorts to make inferences. I'm going to start you guys on the For the Birds activity. The link we put in the activity description, so you guys should check that out there. But I'm going to get you guys started into what I'm talking about when it comes to using text clues, and in this instance, it is our movie clues, along with what we know, our background knowledge, to make inferences about the characters. Let's get going. So we'll watch this together. I'll pause it when we're making inferences. I love this one. It's one of my favorites. If you guys have any suggestions for other Pixar shorts, let me know. Oh. Okay, so here I'm going to make my first inference. I saw that little bird mimicking that friendly big bird. So that's my movie clue. That's what I saw. What do I know about that? Well, I know sometimes people and might not always be the kindest, and they might mimic other people when they might not want to be their friend. And so I'm making inference right now that these little birds, because I saw them, what I saw my movie clue, I saw them making fun of the big bird. And so my inference is that they don't want to be friends with that big bird. That's the inference I'm making. So I don't want, you guys know I can't make the longest videos or they won't upload to our Seesaw. So that's the example I'm going to give you guys. But go check out the activity. I'm really excited to see what you guys come up with for this. So is Miss Evanny. Please go check them out. The other Pixar short we're using is Partly Cloudy. So, go check them out. We hope to hear from you guys. Email, call us if you have any questions. As always, have a lovely, lovely day, and we will see you guys next week for more inferencing and another cool activity. Have a lovely day, everyone.